Once upon a time, once upon a time, once upon a time, and once upon a time, on a dark night, people saw Mullah Nasruddin frantically looking for something under a lamppost on the street. What are you looking for, Mullah Nasruddin? My key, he replied. So people joined him in his search for his key. But after much looking and searching, somebody finally said, I don't think it's here. Oh, I know that, replied Mullah Nasruddin, because I lost it inside the house. Well, then why are you looking for it here? Because it's too dark in there, he said. Yeah. It's too dark in there, he said. I wonder what's odd about this story. I wonder if it is that he is too lazy and he's looking for something really important, but not where it's supposed to be found, but where it's convenient. Because where he has a chance to find it, it's too dark there. And is he too lazy to ignite the candle to light up the house? But whatever the reason is, for whatever reason he can't light up the house, he's borrowing light from a source that is not fit for purpose, because some lights do not go that far, but there are others like lanterns. They go from one place to another and they illuminate wherever they go. And yet others, like the ones on top of lighthouses, they are used to guide oncoming ships and help them steer the course. So it's interesting, he's looking for a place that is convenient, not where he's likely to find it. And it's interesting that he's using a light that's not fit for purpose. But I also wonder what's so special about this key. Why is he looking for it so frantically in the middle of the night? And I wonder if that key opens the door at the back of the wardrobe that leads to the kingdom of Narnia. And he probably just found out, probably was sleeping, it's dark night, middle of the night, he was probably sleeping, saw a dream and realized that that's his kingdom, which is now ruled by a witch. And because he hasn't been there in a long time. Whatever the case is, let's take a deep breath, let the story sink in. The story knocked at our door. We opened ourselves to it and let it sink in. So it's time to feed it. And how do we feed the story? By asking ourselves, where do I find myself in the story? So when I ask myself this question, I'll start. The first image that comes to my mind is that I am driving past the lamppost, not really paying any attention or completely ignoring this whole business of finding the key, because I'm getting late for my company's annual dinner, and in my head I'm planning how I might make an impression if I get those 30 seconds with the company's president. But at the times when I think about the story and where I find myself in the story, I again find myself driving and completely ignoring this whole business of finding the key, the lamppost, the Mullah Sadra, and everybody else who probably will be helping him. And I'm just driving by because this time I'm rushing to the mall. Mall is closing in 30 minutes. There was a 50% off sale today. It ends today. And I had this jacket in my mind I wanted to buy, and it's 50% off. But other times I find myself helping Mullah Sadra because it makes me feel good about myself, because I, after all, help people. I'm a very good person. But I also find helping Mullah Sadra, but this time not. This time because perhaps I can relate to the whole situation, to the whole situation of losing a key that could lead you to the kingdom which is currently ruled by a witch, because it hasn't been visited by the real king in a long time, because the king is not worthy of it. The king hasn't really made alliances in that kingdom with the right forces, because the king hasn't met Aslan yet, and hasn't been guided and groomed and blessed. So whatever it is, whether we are driving by completely ignoring this crazy business of finding the key because we want to make it on time to the company's annual dinner so that we could hopefully get those 30 seconds with the company's president to make an impression, or maybe because the sale ends today and we really want to buy that jacket, or we are helping Mullah Nasruddin because we think we are good people and it helps us feel good about ourselves, and it makes for a good story for social gatherings, or maybe because we can relate to this whole situation. Whatever it is, let's not rush to answer the question. Maybe let's take a walk with the story. Let's lie down with the story before going to bed. Let's have a Saturday morning coffee with the story before we ask ourselves, where do I find myself in the story?